Alexander Armstrong, and welcome to Pointless, the quiz where the aim of the game is to score as few points as you can, and you do that by coming up with the answers that no one else could think of. Let's meet today's players. And couple number one.
Hi, my name's Serge. This is my wife, Parry. We're both optometrists from Manchester.
Couple number two.
Hi, my name's Phil. This is my school friend, Stephen. I'm from Glasgow, and he's from Liverpool.
Couple number three.
Hi, my name is Carrie. This is my fellow Ginger Ninja Gemma, and we're friends from London.
And finally, couple number four.
My name's Debbie. This is my husband, Simon, and we're from sunny Torquay in Devon.
And these are today's contestants. Thanks very much, all of you. A warm welcome. We'll chat later. Now, just time for me to introduce one more person. See you later, arbitrator. It's my pointless friend. It's Richard.
Hiya. Hey, everybody. Hiya. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon.
Just one returning pair from the last show, that is Gemma and Carrie. Welcome back. Lovely to have you here. Knocked out in round 2 last time. But 3 new pairs.
I know.
And what a great jackpot round we had last time. Keith and Georgie walked away with £4,000.
Yes, I remember it like it was yesterday.
So do I.
Yeah.
Question 2 today, round 2. It's a lovely one, round 2. Round 2 you're going to enjoy. Round 1 you might enjoy, but I can't guarantee it. But round 2 you will enjoy. You won't enjoy any of them because you've got to come up with answers.
That's true.
Yeah.
True. Well, thank you very much.
Pleasure.
Indeed. Yeah, Georgie and Keith won the jackpot last time, which means today's jackpot starts off at £1,000. There it is. Right, if everyone's ready, let's play Pointless. OK, just remember this. The pair with the highest score at the end of each round will get eliminated. So just keep your scores nice and low, and you'll be fine. Very best of luck to all 4 pairs. OK, our first category today is famous people. Can you all decide in your pairs? Who's going to go first? Who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, and our question concerns people who got a new job in 2018. Oh. Sounds fun, Richard.
Yeah, on each board we're going to show you descriptions of 7 people, all of whom got a new job in 2018. We'll give you their initials as well. Can you find the lowest scoring of these, please?
Thank you very much indeed. OK, so we are looking for these people, all of whom got a new job in 2018. Here is our first board of 7. And we have got ANC leader who took office as President of South Africa in February 2018, CR. DJ announced in October 2018 as host of the Radio 2 breakfast show, ZB. Norwegian appointed caretaker manager of Manchester United in December 2018, OGS. Newcastle-born singer who became a dance captain on the TV talent show The Greatest Dancer, C. US musician appointed chief conductor designate of the Vienna Radio Symphony Orchestra, MA. Absolutely fabulous star who took over as host of the BAFTA Film Awards, JL. And MP appointed Home Secretary in April 2018, SJ. Let me read all of those again. ANC leader who took office as President of South Africa in February 2018. DJ announced in October 2018 as host of the Radio 2 breakfast show. Norwegian appointed caretaker manager of Manchester United in December 2018. Newcastle-born singer who became a dance captain on the TV talent show The Greatest Dancer. US musician appointed chief conductor designate of the Vienna Radio Symphony Orchestra. Absolutely fabulous star who took over as host of the BAFTA Film Awards, and MP appointed Home Secretary in April 2018. Serge, welcome. Good to have you here from Manchester.
Yes.
What do you do in Manchester, Serge?
I'm an optometrist.
How long have you been optometrist?
Oh, 29 years since we met at university all those many moons ago.
That's a lot of
We've been
eyes.
married a long time as well, haven't we? And we ran this practice in Lee, and it's...
And it's thriving.
Run together.
Thriving.
It is. We have a number of patients, probably 27, 28,000 patients now.
That is extraordinary. 56,000 eyes. That's a lot.
No, odd number there.
You get the odd one with one eye.
I see what you're saying. Go ahead. Yes. So, Serge, are people who took on new jobs in 2018, what are you going to go for here?
I'll go for the bottom one. I think that's Sajid Javid.
Sajid Javid, says Serge. Let's see how many of our 100 people agree with Serge and went for Sajid Javid. It is Sajid Javid. Down it goes to 23. Not bad at all, Serge. Great start to the show. Well done.
Well played, Serge. Very nice start. Yeah, he's our age, Sajid Javid. And yet, look at him. And look at us.
I know.
Doing this. He's done all right for himself, hasn't he?
Yeah. Thank you very much indeed, Richard. OK, now, Stephen, welcome to Pointless. Great to have you here. You are here from Liverpool.
Yes, indeed.
What do you do in Liverpool, Stephen?
I'm an IT manager for a company that's sort of like Dragon's Den. So we...
That must be a nightmare. What are your duties there?
Well, they range from looking after servers, we host all the stuff for them, also unblocking urinals, anything to do with plumbing, fixing roofs, microwaves, dishwashers, and computers, of course.
Wow.
It's a bit of everything.
That's not what I thought IT managers did. I thought
Do you know what? Genuinely, when he said, I'm an IT manager, I thought he said, I'm a nighty manager. I was wondering what it was.
Yeah.
Someone who manages 90s.
Looking after the 90s. Got to.
Someone's got to do it.
Keep them in shape.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, now, Stephen, have you got any ideas from this this board of...
Go for the Newcastle-born singer, Cheryl.
Cheryl. You're going to go for Cheryl. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people went for Cheryl. It is right. Down it goes to 50.
Yeah, she's just called Cheryl now.
Yeah.
Said all sorts of names over the years. Tweedy, Cole, the other one, which I'd forget.
Yes.
Now just Cheryl. One person at our poll said Chico. Which is a nice answer.
Thank you very much. Carrie, welcome back. Welcome back. No, it was round 2 last time. Oh, you were within touching distance.
Yeah.
Remind us what you do, Carrie.
I'm a senior lecturer in criminology, so I'm a doctor of crime.
Is that higher or lower than a Napoleon of crime? I can't remember.
It's lower than.
It's lower than.
I strive to be a Napoleon
well,
of
that's
crime.
good. Nice to have ambitions.
Yeah.
Carrie, what are you going to go for on this?
I'm going to go for the Norwegian appointed caretaker manager of Manchester United in December as Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. OK, let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said that. Down to 34. Not bad. Not bad at all.
Well played, Carrie. Yeah, started out with 8 wins on the trot. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, first Man United manager ever to do that. It didn't continue, but it was a very, very good start.
Thank you very much indeed. Richard Simon, welcome to Pointless.
Thank you.
Lovely to have you here. Tell us all about yourself, Simon.
I'm a design manager for the West Country division of a well-known house builder.
OK. I'll tell you what you haven't told us, Simon, though, is what your surname is.
We do have an interesting surname, yes.
Yeah.
Christmas is our surname.
Oh, that's
Yes.
nice.
That's
That's
nice.
It's not so nice when you're going through school.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
That was
no.
slightly
What
more
were your-
torturous.
What were the nicknames? I'm happy, obviously.
The obvious ones. One of them was Easter Bunny, which they were going through all the
Right.
references.
That's-
You know, I wasn't so keen on that one, to be fair.
Have you got kids?
Yes.
Did you give them sensible names?
Don't say Mary.
Sensible names.
OK, now, Simon, you are the last person to have this board. Do you feel like talking us through it?
I can talk you through 2 of them. The DJ is Zoe Ball, and the AbFab star is Joanna Lumley. But it's a case of which one's the lower out of those 2. It's plump for Zoe Ball.
OK, you're going to go for Zoe Ball.
Yes, please.
Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Zoe Ball. Oh! That's a high score there, but still, 81. It's better than 100, Simon.
Yes, that double whammy of being very famous and having initials that
Yeah.
sort of having a Z at the start of your name.
Yeah.
She's the first ever Radio 1 breakfast show female presenter and the first ever Radio 2 female breakfast show presenter. It's quite an impressive
That's
double,
really
isn't it?
impressive, yeah.
Shall we fill in the rest of this board?
Yes.
The top one is Cyril Ramaphosa. Well done if you said that, would have scored you 7. Now, do you know the chief conductor designate? It's the sort of thing you might know. She was a protege of Leonard Bernstein. It's Maren
Allsop.
There you go.
There
Don't
we
say
are.
it just after
Good.
I say it.
You could have said anything, Alan. I would have.
That's 1 point, and you're quite right about Joanna Lumley, but a big scorer. Joanna Lumley would have scored you 69. So Maren Allsop, the best answer. Well done if you said that at home.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Well, we are halfway through our first round. Let's have a look at those scores. 23 is our lowest score. Well done, Serge and Parry, looking very strong there. Then we travel up from there to 34, where we find Carrie and Gemma. Then up from there to 50, where we find Stephen and Phil. And 81 is where Simon and Debbie Christmas are. Yeah, we need a low score, is basically what I'm saying, Debbie. So good luck with that with the next pass. OK, we can come back down the line now. Can the second players please step up to the podium? OK, let's put 7 more clues up on the board. Who are all these people who got new jobs in 2018? And we have got on our second board Olivier Award winner who began playing Evelyn Plummer in Coronation Street, ML, former presenter of Top Gear who became host of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, JC, politician elected co-leader of the Green Party with Jonathan Bartley, SB, journalist announced as David Dimbleby's successor on Question Time, FB, Oscar-nominated actor cast as Princess Margaret for the 3rd series of The Crown, HBC, BBC 6 music DJ who began hosting Desert Island Discs on a temporary basis, LL, and X Factor winner who joined the West End cast of Chicago playing Roxy Hart, AB. I'll read those again. Olivier Award winner who began playing Evelyn Plummer in Coronation Street, former presenter of Top Gear who became host of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, politician elected co-leader of the Green Party with Jonathan Bartley, journalist announced as David Dimbleby's successor on Question Time, Oscar-nominated actor cast as Princess Margaret for the 3rd series of The Crown, BBC 6 music DJ who began hosting Desert Island Discs on a temporary basis, and X Factor winner who joined the West End cast of Chicago playing Roxy Hart. There we are. Debbie, welcome to Pointless. Good to have you here. Debbie, what do you do?
I am in hospitality, actually. I'm sort of winding down at the moment, so I've worked a fair few years. So now I just do a couple of days in hospitality.
In hospitality, is that at a sort of at a venue, or is it a specific place?
It's a beautiful restaurant in Torquay that overlooks the sea.
Oh, how nice!
It's a couple of days a week, just gazing at the sea.
So what do you get up to on the other days when you're not there?
I have a fascination, actually, for true crime thrillers and series and forensics and CSI.
Have you been chatting with Carrie at all?
No, but
well,
we shall.
There we are. Very good. Now, Debbie, what are you going to go for? We need a low score from you on this board, remember?
Yeah. I think I am going to have to go for the second one down, Jeremy Clarkson. OK, well, you're the highest scorers, so there's no red line for you. You just have to hope this goes a long way down. You have gone for Jeremy Clarkson. Let's see how many of our 100 people said it. It's right. That's her highest score. 83, taking your total up to 164.
Yeah, Jeremy Clarkson is the right answer. He's very good at it as well. Again, sometimes I always look at the wrong answers on the polls, like we had Chico before, and sometimes you can tell it's people trying to guess, or sometimes it's people, you know, who just don't know. And sometimes you can tell someone's just had a brain freeze and made a mistake, because one of our 100 answered Jeremy Corbyn to that.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Gemma.
Hello.
Gemma, welcome back. Remind us all about yourself, Gemma.
So I work as an administrator at Imperial College London in the Faculty of Medicine. I deal with our postgrad students, more the admin side. I'm a spreadsheet, Excel lover. I'm one of those crazy people who actually enjoys using spreadsheets.
No, if I understood spreadsheets, I bet I'd enjoy them. I bet I would. So, apart from spreadsheets, what else thrills you, Gemma?
I've kept myself pretty active as an adult, I suppose is the best way to put it. I'm part of a big social group for many years. I had the opportunity to do things like dragon boat racing, abseiling, skydiving, dinner shuffles, balls.
OK, stop right there. Dinner shuffles? What's that?
Very simple. Group of people sit down, you have your starter chatting, and then in between each courses you just move around.
Oh, no.
Start chatting to different people, different tables.
No, that's awful.
If you don't know anyone, it's quite good.
Yeah, but then you know someone, and then you have to, and then you think, oh, phew, I know someone, and you have to go to talk to someone else. Oh, that sounds like a terrible idea.
How many people are there?
Oh, it varies. It could be 6, could be 20.
At a restaurant?
In a restaurant, yeah.
So that means you've got to move your napkin, your glass, your wine glass. You've got a lot, and the knife and butter plate, and everything. You've got. There's a lot of stuff you've got to move
It does feel a bit more fluid
around.
than that when you.
I would honestly rather go skydiving.
Yeah.
OK, very good. Anyway, listen, great news for you, Gemma. Whatever you score, it won't be higher than the Christmases, so you are safe. Gemma, what would you like to go for?
Quite glad in some ways pressure's off because it's a little bit of a guess, but going with the 6 music DJ and the letters, I'm going to go with that one and say Lauren Laverne.
Lauren Laverne says, Gemma, no red line for you, you're already through. How many of our 100 people said Lauren Laverne? Is right. And look at that, down to 10. Lowest score so far, in fact, Gemma. Very well done indeed. 44 is your total.
Well played, Gemma. Another very good answer. Lauren Laverne used to be in a very good band, Lauren Laverne, called Kinnicky.
Yeah. Lovely. Thank you very much indeed, Richard. OK, now, Phil, welcome.
Hi.
Welcome. School friend of Stephen's.
Yes.
Now living in Glasgow.
Yes.
How long have you been a Glaswegian?
I've been a Glaswegian for, oh, crikey, 25 years now.
It's amazing because you could.
That sounds just like
yeah,
it.
you
doesn't
do.
it? Yeah.
You're like, it's like we've got Billy
wife,
Connolly here.
My wife and daughter fall about the floor laughing when I try and do a Scottish accent. I'm definitely not going to try one here, by the way.
Phil, what do you do?
I'm a dentist.
Did you always want to be a dentist?
I wanted to be a student for as long as possible, and dentistry fitted the bill quite nicely for that.
It was either that or medicine. I mean, medicine, that's quite long.
It was one of the two. Or veterinary.
Oh, was it veterinary? That goes on forever, doesn't it? Phil, what would you like to go for?
I think I'll try the journalist announcer's David Dunbar's successor, and I think that's Fiona Bruce.
Fiona Bruce, says Phil, no red line for you. You're also already through. Let's see how many people said Fiona Bruce. Down it goes to 50. There we are, 50. Not bad at all. Exactly the same score as Stephen, in fact. And there you are on 100.
Well played. She's born in Singapore, Fiona Bruce. She does my favourite show, which is that one about the fake paintings.
Yes.
Is that cool? I love that show.
Oh, the fake painting roadshow. That's nice.
But what is it called? Something or other, isn't it? Fake or Fortune.
Oh, Fake or Fortune.
Fake or Fortune. I love that show.
Yes.
When they gave a question time, I thought, I hope this doesn't affect Fake or Fortune in any way.
Has it?
I don't think so. Hopefully
She hasn't become a little bit more punchy.
Come on, is that a Picasso or not?
Yeah, very good. Thank you, Richard. Now, Parry. Welcome to... Sorry, I was just thinking surge and parry. That sounds like fencing moves.
It does.
Surge and parry, yeah. Very nice. Sorry, Parry, welcome to the show. It's lovely to have you here. I know all about you. I know what you do. Optometrist is what you do. Did you and Serge meet at optometry college?
We certainly did, Alexander. Serge was doing a physics degree and obviously decided that optometry was a better option. So he converted to optometry after we got married.
Oh, how? So you converted him?
Yes, I converted him.
I mean, it was either that or you went to physics, I guess. But no, optometry was the thing.
Yes, optometry was the career of choice.
The career. And look, and here you are. You made a huge success of it. So then, what are you going to go for, Parry? No red line for you again because you're already through. But talk us through this board if you fancy it.
OK, well, I think the top one's Maureen Lipman. I think the Oscar-nominated actor is Helena Bonham Carter. And I think I'm going to go for the bottom one. I'm hoping that's Alexandra Burke.
And that's going to be your answer?
It is.
OK, as I say, no red line. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Alexandra Burke. It is. Down it goes to 21. Very well done indeed, taking your total up to 44.
Well played, 2 scores of 44 there. You were quite right about Maureen Lipman as well. Actually, would have been a slightly smaller score. Would have scored you 15 points. Well done if you said Maureen Lipman. SB, one of the Green Party leaders, is Sean Berry, is the right answer. Would have scored you 5 points. And you're quite right about HBC as well. That is Helena Bonham Carter. And that would have scored you 42 points.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Well, we are at the end of our first round, which means we have to say goodbye to one of our pairs. I can't bear it. It's the Christmases. They're literally the last people I wanted to send home. I'm so sorry. Debbie and Simon, it's been lovely having you here.
Do you think they're going to come back tomorrow with the surname Boxing?
Thank you so much for playing. We are looking forward to seeing you next time. Debbie and Simon.
Thank you very much.
But for the remaining 3 pairs, it's now time for round 2. And so we are down to 3 pairs. Very well done, all of you. You made it through the first round. Best of luck to all 3 pairs. The category for round 2 today is pets. Can you all decide on your pairs on that basis? Who's going to go first? Who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, let's find out what the question is. Here it comes. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many of Britain's top 100 dogs as they could. Richard.
There was a TV show called Britain's Top 100 Dogs. The public voted on their favourite dog breeds in the UK. We're looking for any of the top 100, so any of the top 100 dog breeds in the UK. That's 2019, that poll.
OK, 2019.
So, yeah, basically name a dog.
Name a dog.
Yeah.
Very
But
good.
not like Max.
Very tactful of you there and clever and thoughtful to say Max, because most people would have said Rex, but you were nice enough to remember that my oldest son is called Rex. That's just how...
You are literally like a mind reader.
What a gentleman you are. Thank you very much. OK, so we're looking for dog breeds, but remember, obscure is what we're after. Serge, coming to you first.
OK, I'll go for cockapoo.
Cockapoo. Let's see, cockapoo, is it right? How many of our 100 people said cockapoo? It's right.
Well done.
16. Very well done indeed, Serge.
Well played, Serge. It actually came second in the vote, right up the top there. And it's lovely because the name Cockapoo unites the nation, because everyone under 12 is giggling currently, and everyone over 12 is also giggling. So that's nice.
Thank you very much indeed. Richard. Phil.
Think I'll try Dachshund.
OK, let's see. How many of our 100 people said Dachshund? Down it goes to 20. Very good indeed, Phil.
Yeah, came 18th in the poll, the Dachshund. Dachshund are now called Nissan, I think.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Richard. Now, Gemma.
We did have dogs when I was little, and we did have one sort of particular breed. I don't know if it'd be top 100. OK, I think I'll go a little safer. I'll say West Highland Terrier.
West Highland Terrier, says Gemma. Let's see how many of our 100 people went for West Highland Terrier. It's right. 20 is our high score currently, 16 is our low. You passed 20, you passed 16, down to 11, very well done.
Yeah, officially the West Highland White Terrier, but West Highland Terrier or Westie. West Highland White Terrier won Crufts in 1976, 1990 and 2016, but not the same dog.
I was going to say.
Yeah. Oh, that'll be going at some, wouldn't it?
That would be.
Because, of course, if you win Crufts 3 times, you get to keep it.
Thank you very much indeed. Well, we're halfway through our second round. Let's take a quick look at those scores. 11, the low score there. Well done, Gemma. Then up to 16, where we find Serge and Parry. Then up to 20, where we find Phil and Stephen. So a little bit high, but not ludicrously. But nice low score from you, Stephen, wouldn't hurt in the next pass. So good luck with that. We're going to come back down the line now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? OK, Carrie. Remember, we're looking for any breed of dog that appeared on the shortlist of 100 dogs.
I'm going to say an English setter.
An English setter, says Carrie. Here is your red line. Get below that, and you're through to the head-to-head. Let's see how many of our 100 people said English setter. Very well done. That's down to 1. Very strong indeed. That takes your total up to 12. Well done.
Very well played. Came 30th in the vote as well, the English setter. I'm not sure I know an English setter.
No, unless it's an examiner, I suppose.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. OK, now, Stephen. dogs.
I'll go for miniature schnauzer.
Miniature Schnauzer, says Stephen. No red line for you. You're currently the high scorers, but let's see how far down the board you get with Miniature Schnauzer. Yeah, down to 4. Very well done indeed. 24.
Well played, came 12th in the votes. Also the punchline of a very funny joke. Miniature Schnauzer. You can look it up. This is a lovely round, isn't it?
Yeah, it is nice.
Especially there's lots of people sitting at home with their dogs whose breed has not been mentioned yet.
Thank you, Richard. Now, Parry, 16 is your current score. 7 is your target.
Oh, crikey.
This is for a place in the head-to-head.
I shall go for Sharpay.
Sharpay. It's a pen, isn't it? Sharpay. Here's your red line. There it is. If you get below that red line, you are in the head-to-head. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Sharpay. Oh, bad luck, Parry. I'm afraid that's an incorrect answer, which scores you 100 points, takes your total up to 116.
Sorry, Parry, not in that top 100, I'm afraid. Less popular, of course, because they tend to leave a permanent mark on your carpet, which I think is the... Now, let's take a look at some pointless answers, though. Borzoi, Boston Terrier, English Bull Terrier. There's the Manchester Terrier, Newfoundland Huggle. Rough Collie. Samoyed, the Sealyham Terrier. Let me give you some other pointless ones as well. Gordon Setter. You could have had the Irish Water Spaniel, the Leon Burger. I thought that's
delicious.
Fast food, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's you could have had the English Bull Terrier as well. All sorts of pointless answers there. Very well done if you said any of those. Do you know what won Britain's most popular dog?
Britain's most popular dog?
Yorkshire Terrier.
Yorkshire Terrier.
I tell you what, they have a bad reputation, but they're the loveliest dogs you'll ever meet.
Rottweiler.
Oh, is it the French pug? No.
Staffordshire Bull Terrier. Staffy was number 1 on that list. Those are the most popular dogs. These are the answers that most of our 100 people said. Top 3. You would have scored 37 for Poodle, 42 for German Shepherd, and Labrador would have scored you 71.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. So we find ourselves at the end of our second round, which means we have to say goodbye to another couple, and I'm afraid, Parry and Serge, it is you this time to say goodbye to. We will see you again next time. Look forward to that very much. Thanks so much, meantime. Parry and Serge. Right, for the remaining 2 pairs, it's now time for our head-to-head. Congratulations, Gemma and Carrie, Stephen and Phil. You're now one step closer to the final and a chance to play for that jackpot, which currently stands at £1,000.
It's going to be a close one, I think.
I think it might well
It's
be.
been good so far.
Absolutely.
But Gemma and Carrie, it's the last time we're going to see them. If I was them, I'd be wanting to get through, wouldn't you?
Anyway, listen, you're allowed to confer, as you know, this time round, which is good. You can chat before you give your answers. And the first pair to win 2 questions will be playing for that jackpot. Best of luck to both pairs. Let's play the head-to-head. OK, here is your first question, and it concerns UK cities containing 5 letters or fewer in their names. Richard.
I'm going to show you 5 photographs now of cities with 5 letters or fewer in their names. We'll also show you the initial of each of those places as well. Can you name these cities?
Thank you very much indeed. OK, let's reveal our cities. Here they come. A, Y. B, N. C, P. D, E. And E, B.
Very pretty cities, aren't there?
Yeah.
They're lovely.
There we are. OK, right, so Gemma and Carrie, you're our low scorers, so you get to go first.
Might be Ely. I'm not sure. It's 5 or fewer, isn't it? Yeah, I think it's a city. Yeah. We're going to take a little gamble from our perspective. Because we know a couple, but they're going to be really high scoring. So we're going to little guess on D and say Ely.
Ely. Ely. Say Gemma and Carrie. Now, Stephen and Phil, do you fancy talking us through the others?
We think A's York. B's total guess Newry. E, Bath. But I think we should go for C.
Yeah, we'll try C.
C, Perth.
Perth. Perth, say Stephen and Phil for C. OK, so we have Gemma and Carrie saying Ely. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Ely. It's right. Down it goes to 24. Very good. Stephen and Phil, meanwhile, have gone for Perth for C. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Perth. Look at that. Down it goes to 9. Very well done indeed. Stephen and Phil, that was a gamble worth taking. It means after one question, you're up 1-0.
Beautifully played, gents. Yeah, very nicely done. Let's eliminate the two biggest scorers first, shall we? A, you're quite right, is York. Very big scorer, though. Would have scored you 82 points. And E, as well, you said, was Bath. You're right about that. And Bath would have scored you 44. But the lowest scorer on the board is B. Our friends who were absolutely right. It is Newry in Northern Ireland. Very well played. 2 points. Very well done if you said that at home.
Very good. Thank you, Richard. So here comes your second question. Gemma and Carrie have to win this one to stay in the game. Stephen and Phil get to answer it first. Our second question today is all about bananas.
Brilliant.
Richard.
Yeah, 5 clues about bananas or things related to bananas.
Thank you very much.
Pleasure.
Indeed. OK, let's reveal our 5 clues. Here they come. Name of the body part that is used as a term for a bunch of bananas. British star of My Best Friend's Wedding, whose 2006 memoir is entitled Red Carpets and Other Banana Skins. Name of the car that goes bananas in the title of the 1980 Disney film. Alcoholic spirit that is traditionally used to make a banana daiquiri cocktail. And Banana Land is a slang term for this Australian state. I'll read those again. Name of the body part that is used as a term for a bunch of bananas. British star of My Best Friend's Wedding, whose 2006 memoir is entitled Red Carpets and Other Banana Skins. Name of the car that goes bananas in the title of the 1980 Disney film. Alcoholic spirit that is traditionally used to make a banana daiquiri cocktail. And Banana Land is a slang term for this Australian state. There we go. Stephen and Phil. You go first.
I think we're going to go for the British star of My Best Friend's Wedding, Rupert Everett.
Rupert Everett, say Stephen and Phil. Now then, Gemma and Carrie. Do you want to talk us through the rest of that board?
Yeah, so I think for the name of the body would be either sort of, well, you just said
A fist.
fist of bananas. The car, I think, is Herbie Goes Bananas. The spirits for a daiquiri is rum. Banana Land for Aussie States, it's not
No
one.
idea.
I know, no. So what do you want to go for?
Herbie or rum?
Let's go Herbie. Name of the car.
That goes bananas.
OK, Herbie goes bananas. So we have Rupert Everett and Herbie. Stephen and Phil went Rupert Everett. Let's see how many of our 100 said that. Very well done, that's right. And down it goes to 8. Very well done, look at that. Gemma and Carrie, meanwhile, have gone for Herbie, the name of the car that goes bananas. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Herbie. It's all bad luck. Good answer, great film. But that means after 2 questions, Stephen and Phil, you win that point, and you are through to the final 2-0.
What a performance.
Yeah.
Very well done. Yeah, Herbie's actually the highest answer on the board, but nothing would have saved you because Rupert Everett was the best answer up there. What do you think the body part that's a bunch of bananas?
It's I think, is it a fist? Doesn't sound right, but it's got to be fingers, hands,
Yeah,
yes.
it's a hand of bananas. That would have scored you 38. The alcoholic spirit,
White rum.
Quite right about that, rum, or white rum, would have scored you 22. And Banana Land is slang. I mean, choose an Australian state, I suppose. They grow a lot of bananas in Australia. It is Queensland.
New South Wales. Oh, Queensland. There we are.
Queensland. And Queensland would have scored you 12.
Very good. Thank you. So leaving us at the end of the head-to-head round, I'm afraid, Gemma and Carrie, it's been great having you on the show. Back you've come, taken it thus far, and you came in as our golden couple. But I'm afraid this is the end of the road. This is where we have to say goodbye to you. It's been lovely having you on. Thank you so much, Gemma and Carrie. Right, for Stephen and Phil, it is now time for our pointless final. Well, congratulations, Stephen and Phil. You've seen off all the competition and you have won our coveted pointless trophy. You now have a chance to win our pointless jackpot. And at the end of today's show, the jackpot is standing at £1,000. There it is. Well, just a stealth raid on Pointless today. Just in for the one show and then back, which is just as well, Stephen, given all the jobs you're doing in the IT department. It doesn't sound like they can spare you for much longer. So this is good news. Is there anything you'd particularly like to see come up in this last round?
Anything by the first album by the Stone Roses?
For me, anything by the
OK, very good. So very much music-based at this stage. OK, well, as ever, you get to choose your category from the list we put up on the board. Let's find out what today's selection looks like. We have got A Star Is Born casts, fashion, Florida, astronauts.
Well, geez, we could just be anything on that, couldn't it?
I think go for Florida.
Do you think so? Yeah,
Or
well, why not?
astronauts.
Why
Go
not?
Florida.
Yeah.
I think
OK,
we'll go
Florida. Florida it is.
OK, best of luck, gents. 3 very different questions about Florida here. Hopefully one of these will suit you. We're looking for any of the following, please. We are looking for any of the county seats of Florida. That means Florida is split into 67 counties, so any town or city that is the capital of one of those, so big towns and cities of Florida, essentially. We are looking for the name of any of the top Florida sports teams. That's in the NBA, the NHL, the NFL, MLB, and MLS. So that is the top professional leagues in basketball, ice hockey, American football, baseball, or Major League Soccer. So any of those teams, please. Or we are looking for any UK top 40 singles featuring Flo Rida up to March 2019.
That's easy, isn't it?
Thanks very much indeed. Now, as always, you've got up to 1 minute to come up with 3 answers. And to win that jackpot, all you need is for just one of those answers to be pointless. Remember, you don't have to answer all 3 categories. Just focus on whichever categories you like the look of. Are you ready? OK, let's put 60 seconds up on the clock. There they are. Your time starts now.
OK, so Miami Marlins,
Yeah,
you got Miami Heat, Fort Lauderdale, Tampa Bay,
Yeah. Tampa Bay,
the Keys, Florida Keys.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't really know the Florida geography. So
I don't know the Flo Rida, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think we're going to rule out Flo Rida.
Rule out
can't
Flo
we?
Rida.
So you got some good sports teams there, didn't you?
Miami Marlins, Miami Heat,
Yeah, they
Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah.
Might still be going, I'm not sure.
What about county seats? You mentioned Florida Keys. What
Florida
other
Keys.
regions of Florida we could think of?
Sunny ones.
Yeah, they're all sunny, aren't
Yeah. Which ones?
they? Maine isn't Florida.
No. So which one should we go for?
I think with the sports teams, I think we've got the best chance of those.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
10 seconds left.
Miami Marlins.
Yes. We haven't.
And the Miami Heat.
Okay, yeah.
But go with that.
I think we could
go with
those
that. Go with those 3.
Okay.
OK, that sounds like you've made your mind up just ahead of the clock running out there. What are you going to go for?
I'm going to go for Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Just say which category.
Sorry, Florida sport teams.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Same again, Miami Heat.
Miami Heat.
And Miami Marlins.
And Miami Marlins. So all 3 in the sports teams category. OK, of those 3, which is your best shot at a pointless answer, do you think?
I'd say Miami Marlins.
Miami Marlins will put last, least likely to be pointless.
Probably Miami Heat, I'd say.
Miami
I'd say
Heat we put first. OK, well, let's put those answers up on the board in that order then, and here they are. We have got Miami Heat, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and Miami Marlins. There we are. Now, if one of these were to win that jackpot for you, what would you do with your £1,000? Stephen?
Well, we've just moved house with my wife and stepdaughter, Deborah and Jade, so they're both vegetarians, so it's a well-known vegetarian restaurant in Manchester I'll take them to.
Very nice indeed. Phil, what about you?
Well, my daughter Ella, her next birthday, she turns 17, so I know she's already got me earmarked for allocating money for her first car.
Right. OK, you better win. You had better win. OK, well, best of luck. Your 3 answers there, they look lovely from where I'm standing, but let's find out what our 100 people make of them. Your first answer was Miami Heat. In all these cases, we were looking for Florida sports teams in case of all 3 answers you've given. Miami Heat is your first. Let's see how many of our 100 people said that. Well, it's right. Down it goes, edging slowly through the 30s. We're into the 20s. We've cleared the 20s into the teens. 16, not bad at all. 16 for Miami Heat. Let's hope nobody said your next answer, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Let's see how many of our 100 people said that. This for the £1,000 jackpot. Your first answer was Miami Heat, took us all the way down to 16. Your second answer, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, takes us down into single figures, stopping at 8. Well, you've ordered them perfectly so far. It's all moving in exactly the right direction. 8 for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Let's hope you can go right down to 0 with your third and final answer, the Miami Marlins. This you thought was probably your best shot at a pointless answer. Let's hope it scores nothing. Let's see how many of our 100 people said the Miami Marlins. Your first answer, Miami Heat, took us to 16. Your second answer, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, down to 8. The Miami Marlins now taking us down into single figures, passing it, still going down to 5. Well, I have to say, you ordered those absolutely beautifully. No fault to be found there, but I'm afraid you didn't manage to find that all-important pointless answer, so I'm afraid you won't win today's jackpot. That will roll over onto the next show, but it's been lovely having you here. And remember, of course, you get to take home our pointless trophy. You don't go home empty-handed, but very well done. Richard?
Yeah, let's take a little look, shall we, at some of the pointless answers. Quite tough, actually. The sports one that you went for is actually only one pointless answer. It's sometimes the case. But we'll start with the county towns and cities of Florida. If you know Florida well, you'd have got a few of these, but they'll be obscure to some of the rest of us. Bristol, Inverness, you could have Monticello, West Palm Beach, which was the county seat of Palm Beach County. The big scorers there, Miami, Orlando, Tampa, Jacksonville, Tallahassee, Fort Lauderdale, Key West, Kissimmee, Clearwater. Those were the big scorers there. Let's take a look at those sports teams now. There is only one. It's a Major League Soccer team. It's Orlando. Low scorers there, Tampa Bay Rays and Tampa Bay Lightning both would have scored you 2 points, and he'd got 4 for the Jacksonville Jaguars, who are the American football team owned by the same people who own Fulham. So they're my favourite. And Flo Rida, you'll be fascinated to hear some Flo Rida. It's Bad Boys with Alexandra Burke. I Don't Like It, I Love It with Robin Thicke Sugar. Where Them Girls At with David Guetta and Nicki Minaj. You could have had Hangover, How I Feel, I Cry, In the Air, and Let It Roll as well. Very well done if you said any of those at home.
Thanks very much, Richard, and thank you so much, Stephen and Phil. I'm sorry you didn't win our jackpot today, which means it will roll over onto the next show when we will be playing for £2,000. Join us then, see if someone can win it. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Richard.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.